And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. They're going on 4th down. Marino, and this is incomplete. Jair Alexander that time able to knock that one away. Well, you feel the excitement build on those 4th down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on 4th down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on 4th down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 25 yards that time. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it? Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little.
Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do. And
it's intercepted. Picked off by the great one, Darrelle Revis. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
The 21-yard line.
On 1st down, Wilson. It's complete downfield out left to his running back. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Josh Jacobs as the first half is winding down. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And he knocks it through.
Makes the score our home team 28, visitors 6.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
At the 35-yard line.
And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
With the score.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. A dangerous return man showing it here.
Take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Third quarter starts with a run from Mostert. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 31-yard line.
Marino on play action. Looking deep for Adams. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now, meanwhile, Marino with the incomplete pass. It was knocked away. Jair Alexander that time able to knock that one away.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Now, let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. Indeed, they're going for it with Marino. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's a gain of 14.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the Browns, 18.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Being chased out left. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he is all the way up past the 25. And they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
The ball carrier.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd and 7, Marino. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. We see the first completion of the game there from the Dolphin great Dan Marino, and that never gets old.
No, it does not. In Miami, he accumulated over 61,000 yards passing. Led the league 6 different times in completions. In a 17-year career, I saw every one of those years, and it feels like he led the league in completions way more than 6 times. Dan Marino had a magnificent run with the Miami Dolphins.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From the gun, a run with Mostert, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Third and 2, now Marino. Oh, now Marino here throwing another interception. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on 3rd down. I mean, you just need a yard or 2 to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7.
From the gun, it's Wilson.
At the 37-yard line.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
I think this is where you have to have the term situational football in your head, because this game is pretty much in the palm of your hand, and the one thing you can't afford to do, turn the ball over. Now you get...
And it'll be intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
12.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call the put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
He's tackled at the 30.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Olivier Vernon on the tackle.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Steps away to his left. Incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They set up the screen for Henry. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Ball carrier.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They'll run it with Jacobs, and he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and his guys find a way to stretch that lead. He's got the hat trick, 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours? Did you throw yours out?
I didn't have mine. You've got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for him. A nose for the end zone. 3rd time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Johnson now returning. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
On the return. The Browns take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Browns drive about to get started. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw forward.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now this time Marino will throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Marcus Williams. If they had designs of kind of wiggling